welcome to this brand new show. If you have any queries on what to study or where or need help as you apply for your dream job, look no further. If you are young and have an idea or an innovation that you believe all of India must know about, well, reach out to us. You can tweet us, email us, or even get in touch with us on our Ndtv social page. And now one of our big focuses this evening. In a country like India with so much sunlight, it is a real pity we barely harness any of it. But as our energy needs grow, it's perhaps inevitable that this source of power and energy will be tapped more and more in the days to come. If you, like me, have been hoping to make the switch to solar power but didn't know where to start, look no further. This is everything solar under one roof, courtesy two friends from IIM Kozhikode.
For a power-hungry country like India, it could soon be the sun god to the rescue. With a severe shortage of electricity every year in our big cities, it's perhaps inevitable that solar energy would be in focus. But while you may be keen on harnessing the sun's energy, how does one go about it? Welcome to Sun Bazaar, your one-stop shop for everything solar. The company was started by Kumar Gaurav and Samarth Wadhwa in 2013. They got the ambitious idea of making their mark in the solar industry in India when they were both students at IIM Kozhikode.
It all started during a first year course of strategic management when our strategic management professor, Mr. Mahesh Bhave, he was helping us do a case study on First Solar. So myself and Samarth were in two different groups, and the entire class had a very intriguing discussion on it. But myself and Samarth carried out further after the class. So and after that, both of us decided that we should make a plan out of it, try and do something in solar.
Sun Bazaar was founded by the duo with the aim to transform the solar energy industry in India, making it most customer-centric. They aim to make this change through a variety of services they provide. One is an online solar store, which has a variety of solar products from different manufacturers. The company also connects the who's who of the industry through their marketplace, where solar industry players can come together. The other is the eBiz platform.
So the eBiz part is something through which we are trying to revolutionize or make it more efficient, the buying and selling process within this industry.
This eBiz platform helps solar product buyers as they compare and evaluate the different products from different companies. Solar product sellers and manufacturers can benefit as they can keep abreast with the latest trade news, information, and find new customers.
See, the basic challenge that we needed to address was that despite everyone knowing that solar energy is good, it's beneficial, it's clean energy, and it is poised to be the energy for the future, the acceptance of solar energy in households and in the average customer's mindset, it's not there. So that was the main challenge that we are tackling even right now, because to create that awareness, if I go on the streets or if I just talk to someone even at my college or in my colony, I ask them, how many solar manufacturers do you know? They would not know many.
Sun Bazaar also manufactures solar lanterns of their own, which they sell in bulk to NGOs and groups working in rural and underdeveloped areas all over the country. Electricity-hungry India is changing the way it thinks. Since 2010, the country has hiked installed solar power capacity from 17.8 megawatts to more than 2,000 megawatts in 2013. So, imagine the future. If you want to be part of this change and use solar power, Sun Bazaar could help you out. With camera person Mohammad Arif and Kriti Mathur, Sharon Alex, Ndtv.
And in fact, Samarth Wadhwa now joins us in the studio. Samarth, thanks very much for coming in. It's quite a story. The turning point clearly is that inspiration provided by the professor. You have a lot to thank him for, clearly.
Surely. It was the entire concept of Sun Bazaar came during that class. All of our friends started discussing together, as in, even though people know about solar energy, it is still not penetrated India to that extent. And then we came down and tackled the issue that accessibility and convenience. So these are two things that customers don't know. Plus the fact that solar has been a B2B industry and there is absolutely no B2C facing marketing or anything done by solar industry.
You need to unjargonize this. What is B2B and what is B2C?
So solar is business to business industry. It used to work on tenders that were supported by the government.
I see.
But now the private sector is growing. Customers are getting aware of the need of solar energy and how it is beneficial to them. Now the need is to shift the emphasis from just tendering and dealing within the industry to focus on the end customer.
Right.
And for that,
who's eventually going to use the product. Right.
Exactly. In rural areas, the end customer is getting solar energy and benefits from that because of the government, because they are doing the installations and everything.
Right.
But in the private sector, customers need to know about these products and these companies, and then only they'll approach them.
Exactly. Now, the fact that you studied in IIM, that's where you got this idea from. So, how much of what you are today has been shaped by your years at the IIM?
See, whatever we did and the entire idea that we had, we all owe it to IIM Kozhikode. The fact that it shaped us to be prepared for setbacks as well, to take the extra pressure and the burdens of starting your own venture. All credits go to my alma mater for that. Plus, during the 2 years, we had undergone through so much rigorous, training, courses and everything.
That you were just
that we are okay with the concept that yes, this is something we can do.
Right. Now, you're saying this is okay with the concept is something we can do, but there are lots of people out there who would say, I am gaya, and then this is what he did. Did you face that? Or were there people who looked at you and said, are you sure you want to do this? Like ye hota hai?
So obviously questions were there when we told our parents and our friends that this is something that we want to do.
Then how do you work around it?
Initially they were apprehensive, but then they knew that there's nothing that could stop us from doing it and there was no way they could change our minds. They thought, okay, let's go ahead with it. The fact that I come from a business background, it meant a lot to me and my father because he supported me in what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Though he also has his own business and there was no pressure for me to join his business straight away. So I got a lot of support from my family. Similarly for Kumar also, he had some tough time convincing his parents. But then once they know that the professor is with us, there is a market, and they basically knew that you were too stubborn to listen to them. So they said, okay, you can go ahead. Too
stubborn. So if there's one area perhaps where or one instance where the stubbornness you could put it to good use.
Sure.
I would imagine the biggest challenge would be that India really hasn't woken up to solar the way it ought to have in this day and age, where alternate energy is just the big focus globally. What's holding us back?
It's basically the customer's mindset. Solar has an upfront investment cost which customers don't want to pay. There are mechanisms, financing schemes, etc. that are in place and they are trying to work this entire issue out. But the main fact is that solar is not being able to pitch at the customer's price point. If I give an example, people would go and buy an iPhone at 65,000 rupees. So they know they can spend that kind of money. But for that amount of money, they can equally install some sort of a solar power pack. But that is not happening.
And are you going to be changing this?
We are trying to change that because we are giving them a discovery platform where they can come and explore products, look at different price points of different companies, and then get in touch with us, and we'll provide the end-to-end service. So we'll just not an e-commerce company delivering products. We'll do the installation and as well as the maintenance. Plus, we are open to any queries that any customer might have regarding solar. Because, as I said, solar still is a grey area. People know about it from a superficial point of view, it's good and everything.
They know of it from a distance.
Exactly, but the nitty-gritties they are not aware of.
Nitty-gritties, but we're hoping to change that. But Samar, thanks very much for coming in and taking time out, and all the best with this venture. Let's hope that India does adopt solar energy, I beg your pardon, adopt solar energy in this big fashion. It could of course change our energy scenario entirely. Thanks very much and all the very best. Time now for a quick break. Coming up after that, do foreign languages interest you? Well, we'll try and find out if there's a fit for you there.